Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Tonight is episode 2 of whatever this is called, Monasteries and Mayhem. So, without further ado, I will let DM Fiddy take it away.
Hello. Yes, so last we left off, the group were in Ibido, started off there, partying for a couple of 3 days after defeating the Marquis at the, well, should have been a ball, but it was more like a massacre, basically. They decided to add someone to their group as they left, lost Catherine, and Benjamin joined. Not Benjamin, sorry. I was thinking of Martin's name there instead of the character's name.
Jag.
Jag joined. The lovely Bard from the inn, and they started on their way after the second day to go to Orvium, as it was Benjamin who spoke to Catherine, finding out about a certain symbol, what she gave Ehrman, and to go to the Temple of Moradin up there. Started travelling, got a cart, doing just a courtesy job. Local traders. Everything seemed fine, didn't it? I thought, and then all of a sudden, somebody saw something fall out of the sky.
Yeah, that was
A bit
weird.
strange, very strange. And then a bit more further travel. The road's known for bandits. Came across a group of bandits. They seemed to dispose of them pretty quickly, and that's where they found out a rather ragged and dazed-looking person on the side of the road. And I think that's where we left it, wasn't it?
Yep, something like that.
Take it away.
So, your... Sorry, did I ask you your name already? I can't remember if I asked you your name.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Okay.
And I think I managed to remember it.
Okay.
Right, well, shall we carry on? Are we taking with us?
Sure.
Are you coming with us?
I mean,
It's
if
safer.
you don't mind.
No, of course not. Plenty of room.
Did we
Well.
did we work out what fell out the sky yet? I'm assuming it either ran away or got pinched by whoever we didn't kill a minute ago.
The dent in the ground. Is it?
Yes.
Is it Gisela shaped?
Yes, you said that last time. You said it was human-shaped dent in the ground.
Right, yeah.
Ah, yes, I did.
I'm
yes.
just going to sort of lean over to Benjamin. I think it was Gisela.
He fell out the sky.
Yeah.
You fell out the sky. So we have asked, haven't we? And you weren't sure what happened. Okay. But she fell out the sky.
I think so.
I think what we should do, to be honest, is get the hell out of here. Because firstly, I don't want to fight another bunch of goons. And secondly, I'm not sure I want to hang around with this situation until I know what the hell's going on. So maybe we should get back on the cart.
I'll just sort of look up in the sky. Are there any other people falling
If
out
it's
the sky?
raining people,
Make a perception check.
Perception check.
I'm going to look up in the sky as well.
Okay.
I'm going to climb on the back of the cart and go to sleep because I'm exhausted. Literally.
Oh, come on, D&D Beyond. What are you doing?
1 on perception.
Are we all
Nice sky.
are we all looking around?
If you all want to have a look around, yeah.
Ah,
If there's anywhere
excellent.
different than the sky.
Natural 1.
Oh my god. Again, yeah, it's sky.
At least
Jeremy.
my 1 wasn't natural.
10.
10. No, it doesn't look. No, it doesn't look like there's anything else falling from
Rolls,
the
good
sky.
rolls.
But yes, it's
Yeah, I think...
with the 10. I would say with looking about, Benjamin, looking up, and you kind of look up before you leave and look down at the crater, then over at Giselle. You kind of, more than it's a humanoid-shaped crater, you can see there is a bit of like damage to her items of clothing.
Right. Are you hurt? Are you all right?
I don't feel hurt.
Can you, big man? Can you
Hmm.
check her over and see if she's okay? This
Sure.
isn't working for me. This is all very strange.
Sure. I do a quick.
It's been a hell of a weekend. This I've got to say.
It's just interesting
You know-
party time.
Just had a
Yeah,
thought.
I'll just have a quick with your permission. I'll just make sure you're okay.
If I was hurt, I would like to know.
Oh, can I roll a medicine check or something?
Yeah, do a roll a medicine check for sure. Yeah.
Oh God. 13. Not too bad. I suppose.
She does look fine. Everything, her clothing looks battered. Make an Arcana check as well.
15.
Yeah, so she looks fine. Her clothing looks. I'm trying to think of the words. It looks torn. It looks rugged. It looks like as if she's been through. Yeah, tattered. Yes, thank you, Martin. The crater looks humanoid shape, certainly gazelle-esque, and you would put a very loose 2 and 2 together with a 15. That it seems like yes, she did fall from the sky, but has some kind of protective magical barrier
Gotcha.
around her.
So your aura is dense. So you seem fine.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just sort of, as part of checking her over, I'll just pick her up and put her on the cart.
Yep, no, that's completely fine.
I'm just gonna go like deer in the headlights when that happens.
I'm gonna walk over to Jag and have just a little lean over, whisper in his ears, like, "Listen, mate, on our way there, you can have a little chat with her. Just keep her happy, because I think I've upset her already, and just try and work out what the fuck's going on here, because this is all really, really strange." Well, you seem the most chatty and the least offensive of all of us. I think maybe.
Yeah, no worries. I'll keep an eye on.
As he says that, you hear Grom roll over and fart in his sleep.
Oh, yeah, the smells are not great.
Being in the back of the cart as well, I kind of cover my nose and mouth.
Can I, Benjamin, while I've got you, I think I might have hit/affected Grom a little bit during that fight. Is he going to be really angry with me when he wakes up?
Listen, mate, when he's got someone red in front of his eyes, he don't know what the fuck else is going on around him. I really wouldn't worry about it. I'll have a little chat with him and find out, but I'm pretty sure you're going to annoy him a lot more with your singing than you're going to do with your blowing him up, whatever the fuck you did to him.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I Frenched it up a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I was holding off.
I do believe Twitch has this is intended for a mature audience.
Yes, we do. We do have that setting on, so feel free to F and Jeff as much as you want.
Okay. I've been watching too much Critical Role. It's all very sweary. Anyway, yes. No, mate, I think he'll be absolutely fine. Just don't stand in front of him singing while you're blasting him, because that'll tip the scale, so to speak.
Cool.
With doing your medicine check as well, Ermin, and just kind of putting two together, can you just make us a religion check?
You just want me to do all the checks? Is that? Shall I just go down the list? Oh, religion. Come on, baby. Oh, still rolling shit. 10. You know, all of the +4s that you've had me roll have all been shit. The Arcana check has got a +2. It's
I
good.
mean, that's not my fault.
No.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. That's cool.
So you get back on the cart, yes?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll ride up front with Benjamin this time. Allow Jag to sit in the back with Gisela and sorry, is it Gisela or Gisela?
I was thinking
Gisela.
exactly the same thing. Gisela.
Just
Really, really careful with the pronunciation.
Gisela. Okay.
Gisela.
Gisela. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine you could put the accent on a different syllable and make a different word altogether. Didn't say
what
that
we're
out
trying
loud
to
before you
avoid.
before you picked it,
I
didn't you?
was about to say that. Write it down. Read it a couple of
There's-
times.
My hands were tied. There's a reason why I picked this name.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we can all keep our minds out of the gutters, please. You know, I like to play professionally as well, so.
It's turning into a comedy stream, this.
Oh dear. So yes, you all get on the cart and you find out that Gisela is okay, remarkably, apart from a little bit, well, a lot out of it, I would say. You've got Grom farting in the back of the cart, Jag also, and yeah, you start travelling sort of like north westwards again to Orium. It's probably by this point left out 11 an hour, so probably looking at about 2:30ish.
Okay.
Still, the first day you left, and you knew that it was potentially a day and a half, 2 days with the cart, speeding up from 3 to 4 days worth of travel on foot.
Okay. Cool. Alright. I'm just going
Is
to
there any?
look about as we trundle along. Looking
Yeah,
about
I mean, you
all
can
the
make a
different
perception check.
flowers and... Sure. Finally, a roll. 23.
Oh, okay. So you're looking at like all the bits of nature.
Yeah, I'm literally just looking at everything because, you know, we're exploring again. So I'm just
Yeah,
looking at stuff. Everything.
Much of the colours haven't changed. Still similar from when you first left Ibido. With sort of like your vibrant greens, and you got your flowers and your bushes and bits about. Just roll us a D100, can you please, Ermin?
Ooh.
Sure.
So,
Well, for the first hour of the journey after we started back up after the fight, I'll be playing a very specific kind of restful little melody as I do a form a song of rest.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Does
So
that
if
give?
anyone's regaining hit points, sort of, I'm assuming we can call that a short rest.
Yeah, completely. You're not
You
really
can have an
sitting
extra
down.
D6.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you take a short rest, you can roll. Say you're going to roll 2d, whatever your hit dice is to get back. You can then add an extra d6 to that. Is that right, man?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I rolled a 99 on my D100.
Oh,
That's a number.
It is. It's a very big number.
it's a very big number. So yeah, as you're looking around, you notice a butterfly.
Cool. What colour is it?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it is not blue though.
Does it still cool?
Crushed.
So
It's
I just sort of
it's
hold
kind
my
of like
claws out to it, see if it will land on my finger.
comes down. It does land. It's sort of like on the tip of your finger. And
I'll just Benjamin, look. Show you the butterfly.
Oh, it's beautiful, mate. It matches your eyes.
I just flick him off and off he flutters away.
Oh, I so nearly splattered him.
I was in two minds whether I was just going to eat it. I was so close, but I'm thinking, no, he wouldn't do that. I've made other characters that would, but he wouldn't.
yeah,
So yeah, he's happy. He's had a butterfly land on his finger. He's absolutely chuffed.
but nothing has really changed. Sorry, I'm just jotting a few bits down. Nothing has really changed with any of sort of like the trees or anything. It's still quite a nice. It's not a hot day, but the skies are clear. One or two clouds in sight. Butterflies, dragonflies, all of that. Flies in general. Just
Flying
being
bugs,
around.
Good.
Flying bugs. But yeah, it seems quite quiet at the minute. You don't hear any rustling. You don't notice any
There's nothing untoward happening.
pathways or untowards out there. Yeah, seems fine so far.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you all do take a short rest, just mark that down. 2. Is there anything else anybody else wants to particularly do?
Take it. Oh, the shield of faith will have got now, won't it?
Yes.
I'm generally telling the same story that I've told 100 times before. That's
Yep.
slightly changing every time, and I'm mostly looking at the sky.
Yeah.
Trying not to, but I'm just generally kind of twitching and looking up.
I would be doing the same, and I'm just absolutely encouraging Benjamin's story because I've heard it hundreds of times, but I'm totally into it.
Yeah,
Happy to
completely.
hear it again.
I'll sort of be sat there behind, and like every line that comes from Benjamin, I'll just sort of re-sing it or say it again, but sing it. Trying to occasionally change the last word to make it rhyme, but just trying to sort of make a story out of it.
I'm sat there with my staff, just kind of bobbing my head to Jag's music and enjoying it.
I'd say, because you're kind of trying not to look at the sky, it's almost like that kind of, wherever you do look, it's kind of like a half look, essentially, Benjamin. But you don't see anything falling down or untowards. Potentially the odd one or two birds, small flying creatures still, this campaign. Maybe it could become a thing.
Could be.
But yeah, everything so far seems fine. Had a bit of a short rest and just chilled out on your travels from picking it up from the fight. You're probably looking at around about, it's like 5 o'clock now in the afternoon.
Sorry, one thing just quickly. I forgot to note down last week what we took off the. You said there was an amount of gold that we got off the highwaymen, and I
Yes,
can't remember. I didn't actually write it down.
It
We
was
carried on.
2,000.
It was something like that, wasn't it?
In my head, I think it was something like 21 gold. But keep that in mind, and in the break, I will double check that and go back to the last week's stream and have a look.
No
towards
worries.
that near the end. But yeah, so it's around about 5 o'clock. It's quite light still. You'll know, most of you'll know this part of the world. You're probably looking until about 7:30, 8ish. It'll start to sort of like really dusk will then start to be taken over by night.
Yeah.
So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. If you want to travel a bit longer, you can, or you can stop early, knowing that you've just had that fight and you found Gisela. Yeah, it's entirely up to you.
Sorry, as in soldier on through to the town through the night, or camp.
You could soldier on a bit further, basically for the rest of the day, and then you'd have to camp, but you wouldn't make it through to Orium, like through the night there. That's like at least another day and a half or so, depending on how
Right.
you do.
Guys, I think we need to just call it for the night soon. The horses need rest as well.
Oh, Barry. How are you doing, Barry?
I'll pull up the cart, slow it down.
Okay.
Barry is kind of like, as you ask him that and kind of pat him on the neck, and it's just kind of like, you can see he's plodding along, but you know not to push it.
Right, okay, this is it then. Everyone out. Let's someone get a fire going. I'm putting my feet up for a minute. I'm still trying to work this whole thing out.
I just want to check the sky, make sure there's no falling bodies and there's no people-shaped craters on the floor anywhere here.
Make a perception check.
I'd like to check the ground for bits of wood for the fire.
9.
Absolutely fine. No craters and no falling bodies.
I think we're safe.
Are you just stopping on the side of the road, or
I'll pull. Yeah, I mean, what can we see around us? Is there any sort of breaks and openings at all? In the, I take it sort of like woodland sideways and.
yeah, like kind of woodland, like trees on that each side. The thicker trees are on your left-hand side, with kind of like trees and the bushes on the right-hand side, with the topography of the land sort of like slowly going up, sort of like rising uphill to cliff type thing.
Well, I mean, if we
But
can,
yeah,
I'll take the horse and cart
it's
off the
simple
road.
enough. Yeah, it's simple
But-
enough. On the left-hand side, you can see sort of like a few big enough breaks in the trees where you think you can get a bit of cover from the road, but also not be completely open in like the wooded area as well. So you can sort something like that. That's no problem. And Grom, yes, you can find sort of like bits of wood, sticks, dried up, bits and bobs just to get the fire going. There's no problem whatsoever.
As Grom's doing that, I'm just going to say to him in Dwarvish, because I just realised I know the language. Do you need any help with that, mate?
No, and your accent sucks.
Awesome.
Nod of respect.
Brilliant. So yeah, you can get a fire going. You've kind of figured it out. I mean, especially Benjamin and Ehrman, you've done this a hell of a lot of times before together, and you kind of get it in a way so if it does need to be put out quickly, it can do with no effect to anybody noticing. And you kind of use the cart, and you kind of move a bit of the shrubbery around just so like you've got that light block.
Yeah, I'll
so
just
it's
pull a sort of a
intense.
screen, sort of move branches and stuff, reach up because I'm tall. I can just sort of bend branches round, make a decent screen from the road.
Yeah, absolutely no
I'll
problem.
have a general little look around on the floor and see if there's any giant grizzly animal tracks that might notice. Obviously, that we're standing in the middle of next to a cave of some variety, or something's going to come out and eat everybody while we're asleep.
Yeah, make an investigation check with that because I think you'll be sort of like moving a few bits and bob off the ground, and
8.
Awesome.
must have used all your good rolls in the last session for the
Right.
battle. It doesn't seem like there's. It doesn't seem
Okay,
like you're in the pit of a.
Doesn't seem like I'm in the woods.
Sure, there were some trees around here somewhere.
Yeah, you don't see any tracks, and you definitely don't notice that it was like the den of any particular big creature.
Perfect.
You
Safe
think
as
you're
ours
okay.
is. Safe as ours is. I think we're good.
Awesome.
Once he's built the fire, Grob's just going to sit down next to it and warm his old bones. And
Yeah,
let the others, the youngsters, do the cooking.
Is anybody particularly going to cook, or is it just going to be like
Sure.
a hands-on job to?
I'll do some cooking. Why not?
If you've got enough between you, and you bought a few bits from Ibido before you left for food and for
Yeah, I'll
rations
just
and
make
everything.
a simple, easy meal, and just take a bowl of some sort of soup around to everyone.
A bowl of brown.
Yep, bowl of brown.
I'll offer a hip flask round as well.
Oh, don't mind if I do, mate.
Don't forget you did get those kegs from the inn as well
We did.
for the journey.
Oh, yeah. I
as
think
well.
I need to open one of those.
I think
Alright.
the amount of
So,
times I've come up before and you forget that you've got them and they just go undrank.
I take a sip from the hip flask and
That's the good stuff, isn't it?
just pass it back without saying anything.
So, Gisela, how you doing? How's your noggin? You any memories coming back? Sorry about the old sword in the back of the head malarkey. I get carried away when things are against us.
It was quite shocking.
Yeah.
Have I been able to recall anything over the past couple of hours?
Yeah, make a what check would this be? Let's have let's do like a basic intelligence check. think, just to see if
Ooh. Fell off the desk. Intelligence. 16.
16. Okay. It's patchy. It's very patchy. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna deafen all of you, just so I can just fill in, because it's basically Gisella's memory.
Yep.
She's got, and she can share that if she wishes to, but
You
I'm
kill
gonna
the
do it
secrets,
secret.
right?
And I'm just gonna mute everybody so that the stream can still hear us what we're talking about, so they can keep up with it.
Cool. Secrets.
Yeah, this is the first time I've done this as well. So how do I do this?
Yeah, you good?
Oh, is it server deafen? Yeah.
Yeah.
On that person.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. There you go. Cool.
Oh no. Huh. That might not work. Okay, that's not going to work. Huh.
Oh. We both did James at the same time.
Oops. Did you get my
Well-
message?
Ah.
If you deafen me, nobody can hear anything.
That's
Ah.
dream.
It's my audio that's being used. I
I
only
didn't see it
realised
until the end
after
there.
you deafened me, and I frantically typing messages to you. So
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
The
matter.
sorry, stream. The stream doesn't know, and the party doesn't know, apart from Gisela, of what's gone on.
okay, but yeah, if we want to do that next time, what you do if you leave me, I'll just take my headphones off so I can't hear you.
Absolutely cool.
So yeah,
You
technical
should have-
difficulties. We're learning as we go
You should have rang me.
because you'd have picked up.
So, yeah, that's what you remember. Again, it's up to you if you want to share.
I think I was up in the sky. And then I was hit by something? No.
You can fly.
A bird or something.
It's a light. Two of them. Different colours, but I don't remember what the colours were. I woke up surrounded by the people you did
Kill.
away with.
Right. Well, come on. Share it out. Clearly you're on something and we all need a little dose, don't we?
Not
I'm only joking. You're all right. Just
Oh,
messing.
look, Big Easy has always got a handful of mushrooms. I'd hit him up if I was you. What did you do back there to Grom the bastard and our mate that we were fighting? Why did they suddenly just stop fighting? Was that something to do with you?
think so. I have faint. I just felt that I was able to do magic, and it happened.
What? You're the one that stopped me hitting him. You could have
Yeah.
got me killed. That's very dangerous. Don't do that again.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's probably best to not make Grom stop hitting things. He likes hitting things. See, he's much easier to get along with when he's hitting things. As long as it's not you.
Oh, and Rob, sorry if I haven't said it yet. I do apologise for stealing your kill. That was a little out of order, but he upset me a lot.
It's all right. Just this once, mine. Don't do it again.
I can't believe what he said to you at the beginning of that fight. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Back to the situation at hand. What the hell's going on with this situation?
I was rather afraid because there's lots of fighting going on, and you're quite scary. I say, kind of directly towards Grom.
Well, that is the intention. We're guarding this supply for someone else. Those bastards try to nick it from us, so we have to stop them. That's our job.
That is
Right.
true.
I've got to kind of agree with her there, though, but I've never been in a fight like that. I've never seen anyone get killed before.
Oh,
That was
It's the only
weird.
reason I hang around with this fella. I've got two mates here. One of them that keeps me out of trouble, and one that drags me into it. And I enjoy both. I must say, life is all about balance. We've got the big one and the little one.
I don't start fights, I finish them.
Well, no. But you remember in the tavern
Shut up.
Oh, okay. But you did that one time when and also you remember when we were on the
Trap
boat.
Matty on his toe.
Ow. Why?
Why, what?
Bessie tried to give me a kiss.
Well, you shouldn't talk so nicely to her then, should you? Otherwise she'll be trying to kiss you in the face next time.
I just sort of looked down at Grub. Huh. Okay.
lean over to Jag. Who's Bessie?
I think that's his hammer.
And you'll see this great big granite mall with cast iron bands around it and a flowery headscarf tied around it.
Right.
I think they're in a relationship of some sort.
I'm even more confused now.
Though, by the amount of kissing that Bessie does to other people, I'd say it's polygamy.
I'm not even going to guess what that word was.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
So you
Outside of being in the air and then waking up or surrounded by those bandits, all I really got in my head are flowers.
flowers.
I like
Flowers
flowers.
are cool.
yeah. Flowers are cool.
Right, remember, sorry, What did you say last week about? Did you say you knew Orium when we said we were going there?
Yeah, she
No.
was from.
Or you recognise it? Oh no, it's a symbol, right? So
Yeah,
I'm just trying to remember what. Is this? You got a symbol on your staff that
yeah,
matched your symbol. That okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
also,
I
Gazella
did
did,
mention wanting to go to Orion.
yeah, felt the like a need to go there.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Sorry.
So, you can fly, and when you stop flying rapidly, you don't get hurt when you land. That's a very good skill to have.
We could test that theory by chucking her off a cliff.
Let's.
Now, Grom.
Just
We
in-
scared the poor lass once.
Oh, just want to test the theory.
Well, I think it's
There-
already
there's-
been tested.
There's some pretty basic magic that can do that. I've seen people cast something that stops people from falling, but you hit the ground pretty hard. I mean, it left quite the indent, and the whatever the spell's called kind of just makes you fall slowly. So I don't know how you did it, but good job.
Perhaps
It worked.
it's like when I put that shield round Grom. When I do my shielding spell.
I never understood any of this stuff when you were doing it. To be honest, that's all a mystery to me.
That's cool. I just do the things that I do, so you guys can do the things you do.
All I really can remember that I can do is I kind of grab hold of my staff, and you got just like glimmer go from my hand into the staff, and the flower at the top of it begins to glow as I cast light on it.
Huh. Cool.
That's nice.
Yes, I mean,
Well, that'll be very helpful if we want to let everyone know where we are so they can come and rob us.
Yeah, but
Boy.
it looks cool.
Does look cool.
I love the fact that every one of James's characters is either doesn't say a lot or is just really fucking angry.
They're not. Cog's not like that. Gus isn't like that.
It's true.
either don't say very much, really fucking angry, or just incredibly thick.
James has a type.
Mm-hmm.
Who would it be? I think it would be Jag. After Ehrman just saying about maybe it was a bit like his shield spell.
Mhm.
Just make an Arcana check for us, can you please?
Bloop. 8.
We are rolling awfully today, aren't we?
You 100% fully agree with that, and somehow think that could be just something that's slightly more powerful than that, which is like protected.
I don't think I can cast spells like that, and I don't think I can fly.
Huh.
Just try something, like try and just jump and fly, or I don't know. Can you make fire? I think
Well,
some
we have a
people.
fire already.
Oh, he can make fire.
Well,
Not really sure what to do.
can you do something like this? And you'll just hear boom, 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 a little drum beat going, just out of the air,
Incredibly
And then-
confused as to where
and
that's
then-
coming from.
and then it just stops.
That's
Sorry,
cool.
I could have. I heard something.
Yeah, there
Just
were
then.
drums. Benjamin, there might be intruders. I heard drums.
I'll dim and turn off the light on my staff.
Yeah, I'll stand up and just go into look mode, look about.
Anybody who's looking out,
Yeah, absolutely.
make a perception check for sure.
Just occasionally from in the trees, they'll just be like,
War drums.
Oh, come on. 8.
22.
It's
on it.
amazing.
14 had just rolled over onto 8, though.
Everything seems fine,
Of course it
Benjamin.
does.
Um,
I found the
Uh,
wood. I just can't see the trees.
yeah, Eramin. Yeah, you don't coming from over there, and then just a couple of seconds later, it's just like a little bit further around, but you can't see anyone, you can't hear anything else. It's just that.
Okay, it's moving.
Should
There's
we?
probably lots of them.
All right,
Might
guys.
be a
All
war
right.
band.
Stand down, arms. It's all right. The noise is just me.
Oh, cool.
I was just demonstrating some magic, and you guys seem to just go really right on edge about it.
Well, you see,
Listen, if you've seen what we've seen in the last couple of days, this falling out of the sky thing is the easiest thing we've had to deal with.
Right.
No secret noises.
All right.
yeah.
All right. Well, if we hear any drumming and it's not me, I will immediately let you know.
I can try and do something, no?
Go on, give it a go.
I'll take my staff and I'll concentrate really hard and suddenly shrink down to half my size.
Whoa.
Good.
Did it work? Am I flying?
No.
You've taken the piss out of short people.
How tall are you now?
Let me have a look. Oh God, I can figure that out. 5'9" normally, so just short of 3 feet
Yeah.
tall.
Okay. So I'm just going to reach down and pick you up. There you go. You're flying.
You should have done this before we had dinner. We would have had to feed you half the amount.
I seem to be flying now.
And I'll just drop you.
Oh God. So you're
I'll try and snatch her out of the sky as she drops.
Yeah.
three,
Just want to see
3
if she
foot.
bounces.
So you'd be. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to.
You're probably going to be another what? You're gonna be
10
like
foot.
10, 12 feet in
You're
the air.
probably going to. Are you going to try and catch then, Benjamin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah, make a dexterity check. Just a straight dexterity check.
God's sake. 7. It was on 17 and it just went bunk to 3.
Oh, you're so bad.
You go to. I mean, 3 foot is still pretty big, but like you know that you can you could probably have caught her, but somehow you've misjudged that. You should have gone a couple more steps forward before you jumped, and you kind of fall short. And yeah, Gazella, you just start falling, and I'm gonna have because he's 8 foot odd and he's holding you up like that by his hands. You are literally 10 foot in the. So
This is the funniest application of
Falling damage.
falling
Ever.
Fall
rules
damage. Yeah, yeah.
I've ever heard. It's fantastic.
So yeah, you hit the ground with quite a thud. Grom, you notice that there's no crater, there's no bounce, there wasn't anything magical about this. And just double check there is no added to it. So yeah, you only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. The most stupidest 3 points ever.
Huh.
And I fail the concentration check and suddenly shoot up back to my original size.
That's cool.
I'm gonna jump up and pull her up like nothing happened, giving her a vigorous
Thank you.
brush down off the shoulders.
Nice.
Yeah,
Quite
I'm
scary.
just going to do a quick little healing word on you. Because why not?
Oh, that would probably be useful if you want to go down a badger set, but that's about it.
11 points of healing.
I might be able to make the spell go the other way, though.
What, you can get bigger?
Awesome.
Yeah. Or can make someone else bigger.
Big Grom.
Big Grom.
We've
Grom
had a
is
big
fun.
Grom. I think we
Yeah.
should have a big easy.
You mean Mega Grom?
Yeah, Mega Grom was funny.
Oh, you've already done it.
Yeah, there was the thing where there was like the back in Ibrido.
Pretty sure you wrote a song about it on the way here, didn't you? About the
We have
50-foot
told you about
dwarf that didn't run away.
Well, clearly I only half pay attention.
I'd say with each attempt at a spell like that, you're certain of what that you could do with that spell.
That's cool.
It's going to be a little bit different for different type of spells. But yes, if
Yeah,
each
some of
one
these
you do,
spells.
it's almost like an instant. You don't remember how you know them or where you've learnt them, but you try the magic, and all of a sudden you've got this like flood of influx of information in your brain, going, right, this is what it is, this is what it does. But that's as far as it goes.
Cool.
So yeah, you've just seen a 3-foot turn into normal size again, take some damage, be healed, and still sat around a campfire.
Huh. This is cool.
Anyone got any requests?
Yeah,
I know
sure.
it'll be it. Every time you speak, Grom, you're my favourite.
He's like a little ray of sunshine, isn't he?
We do call him Sunshine. Sometimes.
Oh, right. Nice. Perfect.
I'm just gonna sort of flop back, so I'm lying back with me, looking at the stars or whatever, with me legs up a bit. Like, play us a toe tapper, keep us going until it's time for bed. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
mumble to myself constantly about things falling out of the sky.
Yeah. Every now and again, I will just double check at the sky, just in case something's falling down or someone.
Yeah, up until sort of like that 8:30 time, it's still clear. You don't hear any big thuds. You don't see anything coming down, and then by that point, it does start to become, more dark rather than dusk, quite rapidly. Yeah, the nightlife kind of start chirping and cheeping, and rustling about. So far, nothing too big or anything though. Everything seems fine.
So, do you want me to take first watch? As always.
If you're up for it,
Sure.
could do with a couple of winks myself, to be honest.
I'll stay up with you, big man.
Cool. So when it comes to time for people to turn in, I'll just sort of sit, not next to the fire, I'll go sort of just sort of into the tree line a bit.
Yeah.
So that I can see out into the darkness and not get blinded by the fire.
Yeah, are you going to be looking? We'll wait for that until we get there.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Yeah, before I jump ahead, is there anything anybody else wants to do in that time? Any conversations or? How much ale are you drinking, Grom?
Oh, just 3 or 4.
Okay,
Not a huge amount. I'm a bit exhausted.
cool. So that's fine. So comes to around the sort of like 10, half 10 mark. See settling down, getting their own little bit. So a couple of you in the cart, still enough space for you to sort of like lay down there and like be guarded by the boxes and the crates in there. You'll start falling asleep, and we leave it with Ehrman and Jag on first watch. Let's have perception checks from you. Do you both have dark vision, or?
I do.
Okay.
I do not, apparently. Bit weird, but
Do you not?
no. How strange. You ever do it at disadvantage then?
Yeah, we will for now. I'll look into that because that seems very stupid for
It does rather.
kind of.
They were both great. 8.
16 for me.
An 8 or a 10. So, it's just rubbish, all of it.
Yeah, anything according to you, it's beautiful. The sounds are going on. Is the nightlife? Everything seems calm. It seems quite relaxing.
Nice.
A couple of times you feel like you might just
I'm just
nod
going
off.
to lean up against this tree for a bit.
Yeah.
Just
But-
sort of stare out into the darkness. My eyes just sort of close a little bit, and then I'll wake up.
Yeah, but you don't quite fall asleep. But you've got that nod going on. 16 Jag. Again, everything seems fine. The odd one or two sort of like scuffles of what maybe a rabbit or sort of like a bird up in the trees in the nest or something. Hoots and chirps and whistles from different animals, but you don't hear anything untowards. You kind of do like a 360, and you don't see any lights coming from down the road either, from down like the main road of what you came up.
Headlights.
Headlights.
No headlights. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, and nothing from sort of like the forest way either.
I'd have slept in a forest enough to know the dangerous noises.
Yeah, for sure. You do know as well that there are some creatures what don't make noises to be heard, but yeah, you feel calm. It's not like one of those nights where you know there's something about in a particular area of a forest and it's going to jump out at you any minute. Any conversations between you guys, or?
So then, big man, how long you been on the road?
Oh, quite a long time. We, I met Benjamin about 5-6 years ago.
Oh, right.
We've been travelling around for a while. So yeah, been out for a long time. Been to lots of places.
Yeah.
And you?
Not bad.
You been on the road much?
Almost about 3 weeks.
Wow, that's cool.
About 3 weeks.
So
yeah.
you get to experience all the newness.
All new,
That's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'll just sort of reach up, take a leaf off a tree. See, we haven't seen this before. And now we have. That's cool.
Mate, where were you when I was getting stoned with me mates? You're like perfect for that.
Probably with Benjamin.
Getting stoned with your mates?
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, probably not. What is being stoned? Is that when you get hit with rocks?
Nah, mate, no. There's a very specific sort of plant, and it's like someone mentioned mushrooms earlier.
Oh, cool. Do you need mushrooms? I have mushrooms. I'll bring out
Well-
a handful of mushrooms. They're perfectly safe.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wait, what? I'll just sort of pick one up and eat one. They're just wild mushrooms. They're not psychotropic or anything. They're really good.
Oh, no. Well,
I
there's
put
some
some in the
mushrooms.
soup earlier.
Oh, right. Well, there's some mushrooms that you shouldn't necessarily eat because it makes your brain go a bit funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, sometimes it's fun to eat those sort of mushrooms
Do you want some?
in a controlled environment.
Do you want some?
Probably best not right now.
It's like, and I'll reach into another pouch. These ones. Don't eat these ones.
Oh, you come packing. Nice.
I mean, if you want to eat them, you can. But we may have to tie you down. We had to with Grom. He didn't
Ooh,
like them.
nice.
I put them back in my pouch. I think it's safer for Grom to stay on the
like
beer.
really like wanting to just ask for one, but this is a new place with new people. I'd best keep my head on straight.
Very wise. We are working, after all.
Quite right. All right.
So, how do your parents feel about you leaving? Mine were upset.
Right. How come?
Well, they didn't want me to go.
Well, no, I kind of got that, but
Yeah.
like,
It's
we
cool.
use
My brothers and sisters are still at home, so
right. Quite a family-oriented
yeah,
society, yours, is it?
yeah. We
Right.
like stick together in like families. We don't tend to wander off. I'm a bit of a anomaly.
An anomaly.
I am. Everybody else stays at home, and I don't.
Well,
So
but you
that's
got to get out and experience the world, ain't you?
Yeah. That's what I do.
Good for you.
Benjamin's good at that. We always experience exciting things.
Yeah.
Grom's good at that too. He does start
they
the
do.
fights as well. I think he was trying to pull the wool over your eyes by saying he didn't start. He does start the fights. So does
Yeah.
Benjamin, to be fair.
Yeah.
And people say that I've started them, but I don't think I did. But people tend to.
Well, you know what, mate? I'm half a decent read of people, and I would probably guess that you wouldn't start many fights.
No. It's nice to meet people, though.
Yeah.
Some of the people are very angry, like Grom.
He's very angry.
He is. It's funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you back in your family, was there anyone of your family like that, a grandparent or something? He just sat in the corner, just being fucking livid all the time.
No.
Ah, I knew people like that back home. It just cracked me up. It's nice to have a Grom in every group.
Absolutely. Grom and Bessie.
Grom and Betsy.
I forgot, is it Betsy or Bessie?
Betsy.
Betsy, sorry. Grom and Betsy are special.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's very close with his weapon. No innuendo intended.
He never lets her go. Don't think I've ever seen Grom without Betsy.
Well, just a joke.
Cool. Should we wake someone up?
Oh,
Because watches tend to we have a pattern, you see. Normally I go first and then Benjamin, because it's funnier apparently when Benjamin wakes Grom up.
right.
He enjoys it. So
Fair enough. Well, that sounds good. We'll wake Benjamin up. I'd say we leave Gisela. Just let her rest.
yeah, she should rest. When I dropped her, she fell, and that was not great.
She's had a few falls
She's
today.
2 at least,
Yeah.
probably, maybe more. Who knows? Maybe that's how she travels. She flies, falls, and then moves a little bit, and then flies, and then falls.
Or maybe she can teleport, but can't get like the Z height right, so just ends up
Oh yeah.
like above the earth somewhere, and then just has to like fall down.
Cool. That'd be cool.
But every time she does it, resets her memory.
Or she's got like a button.
Like a button. Yeah, well, I think everyone's got a sort of button that if you smash it hard enough, Grom will be able to tell you. You'll
Yeah.
probably forget stuff.
I'll ask
So, yeah.
Grom about how he remembers everything and where the reset button is for people.
Always good to know, right?
So basically, we're
One
just
of this is we need to get some rest, mate.
yeah. So we were just like chattering on and on about this for the
Yeah.
hours that we were in our rest. And I'll wander over to Benjamin. Benjamin, this is your watch.
Oh, morning, precious. Is it me? Is it?
Yeah. Enjoy.
Oh, snuggle down, mate, and have a rest.
Yeah, I think I will. And I'll just sort of lay underneath the cart. Just out straight away.
Oh, I'd jump out of the cart, give Jag a salute, little doff the cap,
Yeah.
and have a stretch out and look around with my night vision. Because I do have it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, make a perception check for us then, please.
Let's get rid of the dog. Oh, for God. 6. Found a leaf.
God.
We found his spoon, sir. Good job, Centurion.
Well done, Centurion. Yes.
You haven't given
Jesus.
us time to hide.
Ah,
Copyright.
How I mean, you missed a few hits last session, didn't you? But you didn't. It wasn't like you used all of your luck.
I don't know what's going on.
That's going in. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you see your friends, new and old, around the campfire, and on the cart, fast asleep. You can see that Giselle is very much asleep, heavily asleep. It looks like, even though she can't remember it, it has been physically and mentally a long day. Grom hugging on to Betsy and farting. Yeah, Jag's asleep, just nearly gone to sleep. Same with Eramin. But again, you just hear the nightlife seems quiet. A little glow from the campfire. It's around about sort of one-ish in the morning. The campfire's just sort of like got the embers going, but still a bit of light kicking out of it. But yeah, seems fine.
Keep looking around, keep chilling out. Roller. How far are we from the road?
Yep. Yeah. Probably should have thought about that, shouldn't we? You're probably a good sort of like 40 or so foot from the road. You would have known how to set up and the best trees when you had a look around when it was still light, of where your best vantage points were and where the cart could go, so it would block light from this side, and where these bushes and trees could be, so it would block light from there. So
Right.
you think you're pretty well secure, but obviously you never know. Never say never.
I'll
But,
roll me cigarette up, and I'll wander slightly towards the road, maybe just to see if I can hear anything.
Oh yeah, roll another perception check.
Roll better. Oh my god.
Natural 1.
Oh. It's early in the morning. It's dark.
Cursed.
I just accidentally swallowed that cigarette. Having a coughing fit.
Yeah, a gnat goes into the back of your throat. Yeah, it's everything seems fine.
Hunky dory.
I mean, even with that, yes, it's a natural 1. It does look fine, but you're going closer to the road. You don't see any lights. There's no like lights or anything like that on the road. It doesn't look like there's anyone travelling so far or here yet, if they are.
Well, yeah, just head back to camp and carry on chilling, singing one of Jag's songs, making up different words because I can't remember the ones that they actually were. Probably losing the tune slightly, but plugging on.
Yeah,
Looking
you-
up quite a lot.
looking around, looking up. Seems fine. The fire starts to pitter out a little bit more, but it comes around to waking up Grom. And well, as you've done it before, how would you like to do it?
Very
Well, I'm gonna
I think is the word, isn't it?
snuggle up, spoon him. So Betsy's in the front, and then there's Grom. I'm gonna spoon up behind Grom, just whisper in his ear. And then slap him on the side of the head. Not work.
Can I say, if you do that, then Grom would try and swing Betsy over to nut you with her.
Yeah, I'll go for that. I'll try and roll out the way. Standard affair. It's what we do each morning.
Yeah, make an attack roll, James. I've got to say it's got to be with disadvantage of just being woken up,
Absolutely.
and just it's more of a lunge back.
That's a 9.
Yeah, missed.
So sort of you roll out the way as Betsy's head bends in the soil where you were.
Yeah, essentially.
So I'll roll back up, chuckle. Happens every morning. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't.
And I'll mutter under my breath, one day.
Right, I'm going to go back over and spoon up to Eramin's arm, as I generally do
That's fair.
this time of
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, doesn't even
No.
notice it. He's used to it. He's been doing it for the past sort of 5-6 years. But yeah, it's now roughly sort of like 4-ish in the morning. From you can see that they've left Gisela asleep. Looked like she needed it, and everyone else is as well. Let's have a perception check.
Please check something. So I'm still exhausted, so that's the only ability checks it's disadvantage on.
You technically, I'd say you've technically had your long rest as you
Okay.
will last watch. So I've done it, so it would have been 10, 1,
Yeah,
3,
I did it.
6,
So
4.
perception check. That's better than most of them.
Well, that ain't hard, is it?
Everything seems fine. No, it does. You can see that dawn is slowly going to be on its way. The embers of the fire just sort of like sparkling, cracking and hissing with a few odd sort of like wisps of smokes and like puff of
embers
and everything floating about. Doesn't set anything alight.
That's all right. I'll stock up the fire anyway, get it ready for breakfast. And then when it's
Easy
time
enough
to get everyone up, I'll just go around and kick their feet. It's the usual way of waking people up. Not snuggling into them and sticking their dick in your back.
That was a dagger. That was a dagger.
Honest, Gav. That dagger in your pocket, are you just pleased to see me?
So yeah, it comes round to sort of like the 7 o'clock, and you start going around just kicking people's feet. Do you still do it normally with Gisela, or do you any differently?
I'll still kick her
Yeah.
feet, just like
So you're awoken in the morning from quite a hefty's the wrong word.
deep.
Deep, yes, kick to the feet.
I will
Woke from a deep sleep with a hefty kick boot to the foot.
kind of panic, skitter away. Okay. It's going on instinct. It'd be very funny if I did that. Do I do it?
Do it. Why not?
Do it.
Would they do it?
Do it.
Press the button.
Grob, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Oh, traditionally, he's been really good at these.
15.
You can just save.
Oh,
Just hear whispers in the back of your mind, but it's Grom.
Yeah,
Who
see,
the fuck's that?
the last kick you did to Gazella. I'm going to say it like that, Jay, because I really don't want to screw it up at any point.
You're fine. I'm just as afraid.
And almost within an instant, you then hear like these, or something kind of encroach on your mind with a few whispers, but you just kind of you shrug it off and you're fine. It's
Cool. So,
That's that bloke singing again, isn't it? Where is he? Oh, it's his bloody machine up.
I'm wiping the drool off Herman's arm, sitting up and big yawns.
yeah, and by this point as well, Grom, you know, as he's on the last watch and that, the fire's been stoked up, the foods, the breakfast has been put on there as well, so you're waking up to a few sort of like nice aromas and everything.
cool.
So
long rest.
yeah, long rest for you all. I will say, because that was kind of like our first long rest we've done, and this is probably how I'm going to do it, because in my mind it kind of works out
Okay.
that the last person on watch would have had their long rest by that point.
Yeah.
Unless there's been a fight or anything
Yeah.
go on in between.
I think it's if you've had 8 hours of rest, it's a long rest.
Yeah.
So you know, us doing 4-hour watches gives him 8 hours.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so the morning is yours. Breakfast is on.
Okay. I'll go feed Barry.
Yeah, I mean the horse's food is on the cart, so it's easy enough to do.
Yep.
He seems fine. Was laying on the floor asleep at the front of the cart. Very well trained, you notice though. Like the rope was, you tied him very loosely to the cart just so he obviously had room to lay down and everything. Absolutely fine with being out here and travelling. You'd think he's done it for quite a few years.
Right, I'll get him.
You see anything last night, Grom?
No.
Perfect.
I saw a
Well.
really cool leaf.
You always find a really cool leaf.
This is true.
That bag of yours is full of them.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Take it out. There you go. Sit down.
Okay.
So a general leaf.
I'll just take keen interest in it and just kind of look at it for a little while.
I'll just sort of bend down and show it to you. So, and this one I got over there. There are many others like it, but nothing exactly the same. It's cool. Yesterday, a butterfly came. Oh, I wonder if there's any butterflies about today. We'll start looking around for butterflies.
Yeah, make a perception check.
That guy's tripping balls constantly, isn't he?
20.
Yeah, D100 time again.
Ah, awesome.
I think he's high on life, but I'm not 100% sure myself.
Well,
He's-
I've seen his little baggie of mushrooms.
77.
He's always been like this.
What was that, sorry?
77.
Oh. So yes, you do see a butterfly. Quite nice actually, because the heat from the moisture from the ground is like a fine mist, and there's a butterfly which is just sort of like taken off and going in, just sort of like flutters past your face. Turquoise. This one is.
I was just sort of watching it go past. Look. So
Oh, look at that,
beautiful.
mate. That one's prettier than the last one.
Yeah. They're all good. Fantastic. Cool.
Well,
Right.
day's off to a good start, then. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's always a good sign when you see a very pretty butterfly.
I'm gonna go and see if Grom's got the bacon on the fire yet.
Yeah, by the time everyone's got up and done that, everything's ready for the breakfast. Grom knows, like, Grom never wants to start the day on an empty stomach, so it's already there for you.
Oh yeah. Thank you, sunshine. Always a catering fella. I'll grab myself a beer and a slab of meat.
This beer's nice.
It's a bit much for me.
Do you not like meat? I have some mushrooms.
I don't mind meat, not too much. The beer's a bit.
Oh, do you want some water?
If you've got some, please.
Yeah. Probably some.
You have a
Well,
lot
I'm
less
not- I'm
water
never
than
too
you do
sure it'll-
ale.
So,
You have a lot less water than you do ale.
Well, we have quite a lot of water because I don't drink ale, so I would have brought some.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah. Sorry, because everyone else, we've never had so many people drink this heavily in a party before.
That's the real reason that I retired Catherine.
Yeah.
It's to balance out the drinkers.
So yeah, well,
So
everybody's eating their meat-based breakfast. I would have got some mushrooms and bits and pieces. Got vegetarian style breakfast.
Yep, absolutely fine. You know that Grom always kind of leaves one pan clean and empty for you, just so you can do your stuff in that if you're going to cook them up.
he's
No
nicer than he sounds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cooking us all breakfast and saving a vegan pan. It's all the
No,
front.
he doesn't do that. There's no
No.
shit going wrong.
He's probably not done that. I'll probably just clean the pan that he's used.
It might give you a handful of grass, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
about as kindly as he gets.
But yes, you've all had breakfast. You've all
Awesome.
woken up and you've got yourself around. All had a long rest. And I'm assuming you're going to get back on the cart, get it to the road, and
Yeah.
on your way. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say that you get everything loaded back on the cart. The campfire's put out. You get the cart with Barry, of course, to the road. Same setup as before, with people in the back and at the front.
Yeah, I'll be sitting on the back of the car.
Yeah. I'll sit up front. I don't mind.
I'm driving. Barry, me and Baz.
Me and
We
Bear.
sat at the back, concentrating, trying to remember things.
Yep. Yeah. So you second day travel towards Orium, and that's where we'll go ahead and take a break. As it seems quite a good place to do so. Have a drink and everything. And yeah, cheers guys, and we will see you probably in about 5 or so minutes.
Awesome.
Cool.
Break time.
Roger.
Welcome back. Travelling. It's all good. Take it away, Finny.
Yes, so it is early in the morning. You've all had your breakfast beers or waters, depending on what you prefer. You're all back on the cart and now heading towards Orion once more.
Sweet. I'll just be looking around with great interest in everything, checking the sky for falling people.
Yeah, make anybody who wants to do a perception check, go ahead and do one.
Now, we
Yeah.
can't all be as bad as we were before the break, surely.
Yes.
Oh.
New dawn, new rolls. 21.
20.
11.
Hey.
11.
8.
Yeah. So,
Not bad
So
considering I've got -2.
nice.
it was, the last perception check Herman did was the one I'm looking at, not the one he's just done. Got you.
No.
So yeah, Benjamin, you're at the front. Everything seems fine. Nothing falling from the skies. No trouble ahead or surrounding you. Grom, same as looking sort of like behind you. Nothing falling from the sky, and no trouble. Road's quite quiet. Those of you who have travelled this road sort of a couple of times before would know that people do travel overnight and do get early starts, but they know it's quite a travel, quite a trek, so they do go for the whole we'll fill ourselves up with food and then leave before getting that early start type thing. And Eramin, trees are green, skies are blue.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Gazella, you feel a lot better, but it's still a little bit hard to focus on a few things entirely to actually get like the definition of the outline. But yeah, sky is blue, trees are green, and you're on a cart.
Awesome.
How's everyone feeling this morning?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Song in your heart, smile on your face.
Always.
Yeah.
Not too fucking loud, though.
Yeah.
Sun shining, as always. I'll go.
And
Rob,
literally.
is there any music you do like? Is there something I can play for you?
Dwarven singing songs. Drinking songs.
Dwarven singing songs. I
No,
like those.
drinking songs, you idiot.
I like those singing type of songs.
Songs about singing by dwarves.
I
Famed
do
for
like dwarvish. See if I can remember anything. Sing along if you want.
Make a performance check, because you know Dwarvish. You will probably have learnt Dwarvish from coming to and from your residence, and obviously the singing and the music and everything like that have been one of your main staples of learning it. So yeah, make a performance check just to see.
16.
I mean, I don't know how high Grom's standards are, but I mean, it doesn't sound too bad.
Tune's good, but your accent's still shit.
I'm gonna join in singing whatever language that I speak, making up words that sound just a little bit like it, but aren't.
Cool.
With a dog and a spoon, and the lady next door. She was a hang on.
I'm just going to sort of sway a bit to all this music.
Grom will make sure that no one sees his feet tapping because they're hanging over the back of the
Oh, where are the
Enjoy.
two people on the back of the cart sat then?
I'm sitting on the tail,
Yeah.
hanging over the back, looking backwards.
Jag, are you kind of like in the middle of the cart?
I say.
Same as you, yeah, Gazelle? Yeah, easily done then. I was going to say, if they were actually quite close, they might hear it tapping, but you're fine. Yes, it's quite a good performance, and then with the odd one or two, you kind of have to shake a little bit with Benjamin joining in with a completely different language. Not quite in time, and Just random words, really.
Doesn't sound, that sounds just like a dwarven tavern.
There you go.
I mean, half the people are pissed out their heads and don't know the words anyway.
So yeah, but yeah, a few hours travelling go by. Everything seems clear and fine. Nothing too much going on. Again, this is where it now starts to pick up, and you now start to get a few more travellers coming from the Orium direction, coming past you, coming towards you. Looks quite similar to what you've done. As got a good sort of like day's travel getting there. Had a stop, and you're now on your way to try and get there by the end of today, basically.
Cool.
So, are you guys just going to Orium with this cart to sell things?
We're going for a job. To be honest, we're just hard-working souls looking for a job everywhere we go, and Orium's got a job for us. And we're picking people up on the way.
Okay.
But I guess now we've got another job, which is finding out where we can drop you off.
I don't know why I want to go to Orium. I think someone told me to go there.
Well, there's a lot of that science and that mystic stuff that you lot are into in Orium. A lot of religion there. I don't know if you're religious, lass, but I'm sure someone will know.
Well, they'll do their mumbo jumbo shit and sort her out.
There'll be a smart face in Orium that will know exactly why you fell out of the sky if that was exactly what happened.
Do I remember if I'm religious?
No, again, like you've literally hit the world with a bang, and very, very much so discombobulated. So everything what you know at the minute is literally everything you know at the minute.
Well, you probably are. You've got that staff with that religious symbol on the top. You wouldn't have that if you weren't a religious nut, would you?
He's got a point.
Yeah, and I'll just pull out my symbol.
Yeah, point taken.
See?
I
The
don't know
same.
what it's a symbol of, though.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I can tell you. It's a symbol of Saloon.
That's a nice name.
She's nice. She's of the earth. She is in charge of the growing things.
Oh, you one of his flower power lot.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
A few
like
things I do
flowers?
remember is that I do like flowers.
Oh, there you go. That's it sorted then.
I will rummage around in another pack and pull out a book.
Mhm.
And open the book very carefully, and you'll see on every page there is a flower. Just like press
I will
into
take
the book.
immediate interest in this.
So I'll pass it to you. Be very careful, though. It should be a long time.
I'm very gentle with it. Just looking through and looking at all of the flowers.
I've no idea what any of them are called. I just put them in a book because I like them.
Make another intelligence check, please, just to see if there's any.
Oh no, my
And
book
these
of flowers
flowers.
have triggered.
I'm going to use a pink sparkly one.
Catalyst.
Ooh. Intelligence, yeah? 19.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. So, you're looking through the book, and there's one flower that does stand out. Remember the name of instantly, and you then also remember Saloon, how you became, or how you've got the symbol basically, and how you became
How I
affiliated with them.
came
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the flower? I think I had a bit of a
Yeah, I
skip with that. Okay,
think
sorry.
we decided on a daisy, didn't we?
Which is a daisy, is the holy symbol. Okay.
Hang on, 2 seconds. I can't. Sure, you said that was it. If it's different, we can rearrange that. But if we go for that now,
Are you saying that it's the daisy is the symbol?
You say that the daisy was the flower that triggered
the
it.
daisy was the flower. What sparked that memory for you? Because I could have sworn when we had our chat, you said it was a daisy, potentially. If I'm wrong, please.
I have the only flower I'd specifically mentioned in my backstory is lilies.
It would have been a lily then. Sorry.
Okay.
That would have been the one. Sorry, that's my fault. I, for some reason, had in my. They both end in Y, so could have been either of them.
They're easily interchangeable.
About Benjamin's knowledge of flowers, I think.
I kind of look through the book and come to it and kind of point to it.
That's a nice.
Lillian,
Hmm?
very pretty.
Oh, okay.
They grow around here, actually. It's nice and warm
Yeah, I
for
think I
them.
found it. I don't remember where I found it, but I definitely found it.
They're beautiful flowers. I always like them.
Yeah.
And you're saying I start to remember. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm trying to get it all set in my head. Try not to go too much.
So the flower has sparked that memory, those memories, and it is that
Memories of early
Of-
years.
the flower early years and how you became like interested or like a follower of Saloon.
There's a lily back home, I remember.
Cool.
Planted in the gardens of the temple.
Right. This would be in Orion, or
I think so.
cool. Because we're going to Orion. You could see your flower.
Possibly.
I'd like to see your flower. That would be cool.
I remember living in a temple. And I remember them saying that I didn't. What did they see? I remember talking to one of the gardeners, and they said that I showed up in the gardens in a little basket.
Did you fall from the sky again?
I don't think so.
Ah, cool. I'm just going to look up at the sky, just in case.
I will look up with their.
I don't see anymore.
I'd say roll a perception check, but I'm too afraid that I'm going to roll the good rolls away at some point. It's fine. Nothing is falling from the sky.
Cool,
Again,
cool.
yes, it's more of a knee-jerk reaction now. I do get that,
Yep.
but yeah, clear skies, everything's fine. And I'd say as well, that's probably roughly like your patchy, how the patchy memory's working as well. It's nothing more than that, and
Well, when we
But
get there,
Saloon was involved somehow.
yeah. Sounds right with flowers. Would you like a mushroom?
Yes, please.
Pick out one of the edible mushrooms. I think.
And I'll kind of. I won't eat it. I'll just kind of sit there and look at it.
You can eat that one. If you
It's too
want
pretty
to.
to eat.
You don't have
It's too
to.
pretty to eat.
Okay. Cool.
I'm starting to think that just that I might be like the opposite of vegetarian, where she doesn't like eating plants because she thinks
That's
they're
fair.
too pretty.
Only eats raw meat.
So yeah, looking through the book, and you do flick through the rest of it after remembering that and
As I'm
talking out
clicking
loud.
through the names that I can remember, I'm probably telling Eramin what each of them are
Cool.
and telling him facts about them if I remember them.
Yeah, again, it would be very patchy, but there's certain things you do. It is literally that whole better at looking at things to potentially try and remember anything of what you
And I'll
know.
occasionally go back to the lily and just look at it again.
It's quite a quiet journey. It's 11 o'clock midday, and about then. Now see a fair more trickle of travellers, and also like escorts for sort of like imports exports, as you know, along the main route coming along as well. And you'd probably know if you stayed at this speed, you'd potentially push it towards getting into Orium tonight. If you did stop now and just take a more of a slower pace, you could have one more night out on the road, and then you could get there for the morning to get to where you need to go without anything being closed and everything like that. Entirely up to you.
What say you people? I'm suggesting we head on through.
Don't care.
Sure.
Let's find ourselves somewhere to drink and eat tonight in the town.
Do care. Let's go.
But
Busy looking at flowers.
the problem with that is we would have to pay to store the cart. Because Jack's won't be open, right?
I pinched a few quid off those tallywhackers we killed over there back there.
Cool.
I wouldn't worry about parking the buggy.
Cool. Okay. And I'll turn back round and sit and talk with Gisela and just look at flowers in the books. Occasionally just looking around to see if there's anything else interesting, any more different. Can we see the city skyline yet or not yet?
It's getting close to it. Yeah, I'd say so. You can just kind of like see the outline of it. More the mountains above the city.
Gotcha.
But you know, basically, you've then got Orium itself, sort of like at the base of the mountains,
Sure.
with it,
I'm
and you can
just-
just kind of see like the top peaks of some of the towers and spires and everything there. Kind of not coming into focus, but coming into visual range, should we say?
Cool.
I'm just gonna keep singing this song about the dog and the spoon. Elaborating more about the lady next door.
Yeah, completely. I would say you have to take like a 15-20 minute stop just for people to stretch their legs through on the back of the cart. Obviously to give Barry a bit of food, but you yourselves can eat on your rations and nibble away on the way up there. Unless there is any particular conversations you'd like to have, we can kind of skip forward a little bit.
Sure, I'm good. I don't have any conversations to be had.
Yeah, so with a sort of like a hard push towards the end of the journey, not just now, but obviously you're getting closer and closer, and then sort of like Orium has become more visually there for you. Spires, you can see the big wall around it, and as you get closer and closer, everything sort of like the perspective sort of like comes in, and it's around about 9:30ish, 10 o'clock at night, and you can see that there's two guards on the front gate, completely different to Ibrido. stone walls, built high. Looks very much, it's a big city, very defensible. A couple of guards there with sort of 2 towers up the top with a wooden fencing at the top where you can see sort of like 2 guards patrolling, sort of like each with a crossbow over their shoulder. Those of you who have been here before will know that every entrance into Orium is pretty much like that, with the guards and everything, and surrounding and inside the city as well. That has got quite a good guard presence. It's known for its temples, its magic, the university, everything like that. So its upkeep is very good.
All these people make me feel uneasy, I've got to say.
It's so cool though. I like the spires of the walls. And everybody's just going to wave at one of the guards on top of the wall doing the patrol.
I just can't trust anyone that would put this much effort into anything. It doesn't make sense to me.
And just as you sort of like go underwards, under sort of like the gate, you see the guard just kind of just skips a beat for like half a second and just kind of puts his hand up, as not wanting to seem too much of a dick, essentially. But yes, they've seen the carts before. They know Jax uses, for lack of a better word, odd groups to do his
just
courier services.
We're not that odd. Well, actually, yeah. No, I can see that.
And obviously Jax, the cart has got Jax across it, so they let you in. And yeah, so you're greeted by cobbled streets, patchy with bits of dirt on the outskirts of the city. You've got the housing sort of like areas, very like sconces on the walls, almost like the street lamp styles. On certain sort of like bits of the buildings, there's a plethora of alleyways in and out of the buildings and going into the city and coming out of it as well. If you see a few people walking back from either a day out or from work, going back into their homes, and being here before, it was Benjamin, Eramin.
No,
and
I haven't ever been here before.
You haven't been.
Grom's been here before.
Grom's been here.
Yeah,
before.
we hadn't.
Right, okay. So, Grom, you would know a couple of the inns, the taverns around the place, especially when you first get into it. And you'd also know that quite near where the like import-export area is, there is like a couple of specific businesses what do hold carts for overnight, for like late travellers, basically.
Yeah, I'll just tell him.
Yeah, so easy enough. You get there. There's a like nice human female on sort of one of the counters in one of the cart sheds. She's like, evening.
Hello, love. We had to store a cart for us.
Righto. Yes. I see it's for Jax. How long?
Just overnight.
Oh yes. Okay. Well, if you put the cart in there, we'll look after the horse for you too, if you need to. Then that'll be 4 gold, please.
Send the bill to Jax.
4 gold, please. It's kind of how it works. Jax doesn't pay us. You have to pay us.
I'll fling a 5.
I'll walk out.
I'm not going to lie. As a DM, I thought that was going to be a hell of a lot worse situation to be in when I'm trying to barter with a really grumpy dwarf.
It was just chancing his arm. That's all.
Thanks for the tip. Yes, we'll keep the horse and just come back to us in the morning. We open up again at 7, and we can get you sorted there.
Look after him for us. He's a treat.
Barry's real cool.
No, yes, I do recognise him. He's been used before, so yes, definitely will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yes, You have the cart stored, the horse looked after.
I would like to try and remember a decent enough pub inn that I haven't been thrown out of.
Yeah,
Right,
Grom,
okay, so-
try and keep us away from them religious types as much as you can while we're here.
Right, so okay, this is coming up on the fly then, Grom.
Yeah, this is
How many as a
Remember
percentage?
we talked about my issues.
Yeah, no, completely. So
with towns and cities very quickly. So I want to think about sort of somewhere that I haven't actually got into trouble and got thrown out of or been, handed over to the guard.
cool.
So at least
Okay.
when we go there, we won't have any issues until I cause trouble again.
Yeah, so oh God, yeah. I've thought about the main things. Notes, Fiddy. Make a note. Right. Think of more things in the city rather than just going, this is where you need to go to. No.
If you can just pick a name of an inn, it'll be fine. But it's got to be one that I haven't been thrown out of.
No, completely. So from here, probably a 10 or 15-minute walk, more on the outskirts of the city, but kind of on the border of sort of like the like inner ring road of the city, essentially, and being right on the outskirts of it. It's
Like
called
a travel lodge.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But it's kind of acceptance of most races, colours, creeds there.
Take
And in the top of your mind, it's the Bakth Inn, the BAKTH Inn.
Thin.
And which is why you remember it, because
It's a stupid
Bakth
fucking
Inn,
name.
it made you laugh at the time, and yes, it was stupid. Well, not made you laugh, it's other members of your groups. But yeah, that's one of the ones you haven't been kicked out of yet in
Okay.
Orium.
I know a good pub. We'll go there. It's only about 10 minutes down the road. They don't care who you are.
Okay.
Sounds good. Maybe old Jagzy can
Get some.
belt up a tune and win us some drinks.
Yeah.
I might start to like you if you do that.
Well, that's what I do, mate.
And if I like you, I don't hit you quite as hard.
Yeah, so that's no trouble. You start to make your way there, and sort of like within 5 minutes, you can hear sort of like life coming from the area. Bit of music already playing, cheers, like clinks of the glasses and everything like that. But yeah, you go to it, and a few sort of like tables outside. It's quite a nice time of the year for around here, so it's not like it's hit sort of like 9:30, 10 o'clock and it's freezing cold. There's still people drinking outside, having a chatter, and you walk into a fairly big inn.
Nice place. Name's shit.
Cool. I'll remember this. How much poison's going to go in your drink, Grom?
No, that wasn't said to them. It was said to my group.
But yes, so you walk in and it's fairly busy, but there's room to move. It's not like you're in the center of the city, and it's absolutely jam packed. There's a bit of room to move. There's still a couple of sort of like tables what are spare. A few people propped up at the bar, and you see a half orc barman, sort of like just quickly getting the next round of drinks in, setting them down.
This is
and then
becoming
taking
a
a
race
puff on it.
thing. Like, why are all bar staff half orcs, man? What is this?
Oh, was the other one half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God!
It makes it easier for me talking to him. Oh no, I'm not happy about being a half orc. I still haven't worked that bit out. But
I can't believe I've done that. I hadn't even thought of that. Made that connection.
we do look good cleaning out a glass. It is a look.
But yeah, he's just there, literally just done that. Served his last drinks for somebody ordering some. Sort of like cleaning sort of like a few of the outer glasses and stuff like that, and hanging them up and putting them underneath the bar.
As I walk in, I look over at him and sort of roll my eyes at the fact that every one of us I see just seems to be serving you lot.
I'll make a change for the next thing you go to. They decided to. They earned good money from it.
Right, why don't you lot find the table, and me and Big E are gonna go and have a quick chat with my man over there.
Okay.
Okay.
No, fine. I was going to offer to play a few
Yeah.
tunes.
You said that Jag would play.
Oh, why don't you go and speak to the barman about that?
Yeah, all right.
There is also already a musician playing inside. So
Well, how important does the barman look? Does he look like is he the governor, or is he just staff?
this looks like a staff, yeah.
All right, I'll go over to him and yeah, listen, mate, I've got someone a little bit better than your man on stage over there. I think you might want to have a listen to this.
Yeah, many people have said that when they come in before. Really?
Listen, mate, I'm not no word of a lie. No matter how much she sneezes over there, no word of a lie.
Barred
He's
off.
exactly what I'll tell you what. You'll have twice the amount of drinks going out of this bar if he gets on that stage.
You reckon so, do you?
Oh, I guarantee so. I'll tell you what. You chuck him on a stage. You sort us out of our drinks, and if you haven't sold more drinks than you did the night before, I'll clean out the bar myself.
Well, I was maybe going to go a little bit less down from that and just say, well, we'll just have a bet first off, and then we'll see about drinks, right?
Go on then.
Righto. 10 gold?
Yeah, I'll pull out 10 gold, do a little magic trick, spinning them all, making them all disappear, and then coming back into my hand again, doing a couple of flicks, drop them onto the table.
Very nice. Oi, Henry, look after the gold. Bet time. And you see sort of like this small dwarvish, sorry, not dwarvish, halfling sat at the bar. Kind of tombola hat style. Looks quite like cleaning and kept.
What's a tombola hat?
Uh,
You mean a bowler hat?
Did I say tombola hat?
Yeah.
A tombola
Yeah, but you can pull balls out of
Yeah.
it.
It spins round. It spins round. You pick
Bowler.
balls out the
Oh my
top.
god. Right. Maybe I'm getting tired tonight now. A tombola hat. Fucking idiot. A bowler hat. Yes. And yeah, quite a nice, clean, kept suit. But looks like he does drink a lot. But he's like, all right then, we'll do. And he just kind of slides the money over, puts his bowler hat over the top of it, puts his hands away from it, and he looks like he's genuine.
Just gonna lift up the bowler hat just to check the gold's still under there.
He does go to attempt to put his hand on top of it, and then kind of was like,
Hello.
sees that you're with Benjamin, and then he's kind of like, he lets you do it. The gold is still under there.
Cool. I'll put the hat back under. I'll stay here.
Right,
Okay.
what's the bet?
Well, apparently your friend can outplay Thomas here, and I don't think he can.
Oh, I'm gonna lean over my shoulder. You got dueling banjos, haven't you?
I think that was to you.
Yeah.
Jack.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, do whatever.
Then the barman, he just kind of looks over towards the musician already playing, and he goes, Thomas! And he kind of like stops and, bet time! And he kind of, this wry smile turns up on his face. And I take it you approach the stage, Jag? Yes, Jag approaches the stage, and he kind of
Just
gives...
just before he goes, I'm just gonna sort of reach down and touch Jag on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely fine. It's almost like everyone will pass it off as words of encouragement, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, yes, you walk up. So for the next minute, you've got guidance. Yeah, what we'll do is we will do a performance check, shall we? And just bear with me, because I should have thought of this. I've got the name sorted out, but not the fucking stats.
This is the bit where you make it up on the fly.
Yeah,
100%. Something just a little bit.
that's it.
Yeah.
I as I'm going up, I'll also just sort of like run my hand down the neck of the guitar as I sort of whisper an incantation to myself and cast enhance ability upon myself with obviously charisma.
Yeah, is that?
Eagle Splendor.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. So, let's have... yeah, we'll do performance checks. And we'll do it almost as if it's going to be like 3 wins in a row. And then you win, essentially, yeah? So, yeah, he kind of, Thomas looks down and kind of gives you a nod as you walk up onto the stage and kind of very, very sort of like, and there's a seat for you type thing. Points out the seat for you to sit down on.
I'll sit down, just give a little, and like just warm the old fingers up.
Yeah, yeah. And he kind of doesn't need to do that because he's been playing for like the past couple of hours. So he just goes straight into it. Goes, well, I think it's my go first. So he then goes to start playing quite a nice melody, like it's almost like the gig's just starting off, but he's going to start this off as if it's like ramping up. So let's have a look at these. So yes, he only rolled 11 on his, so he started off a bit nervous for whatever reason. So make a performance check for me, can you?
Well, I'll roll me D4 for me guidance. That's a 1, and then performance at advantage because of enhanced ability. 23.
Oh yes, and you come straight off the bat, picking up from his melody, changing it into yours, and then just towards the end of it, you then start ramping it up a bit as if it's getting to like the chorus of the song, and you kind of give him this cheeky little wink, and he's like, "This is going to happen." So then he goes in for it again and goes in to take over from you. And yeah, so if you make your check, he rolled a 19 this time.
Ooh.
Not that one. That one. Ooh.
Bloody enhance ability. And yeah, his is brilliant. He picks it up from where you took off, and then almost within sort of a couple of seconds, you're like, "Nope, this is still my go," and continue taking over from him. And we'll do one more.
At this point, I'm whooping pretty hard and laughing at the guy at the bar.
I'm just keeping my eyes on this bowler hat just to make sure it doesn't move. Nothing weird happens with it.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to, but you need to beat a 16 this time as you start to take over.
Oh, you know it. There's the natural 20.
Yes.
And with a flourish, you're like basically you stand up, very pompously kick the stool from behind you, and basically stand in front of Thomas, and you're just absolutely going for it. Are you using your instrument or just like a lute?
Be using mine on Overdin. The guitar in disguise.
Yeah, the guitar in disguise. Yeah, and he's almost like, what is that? What's going on? And same with Benjamin. Everyone's clapping and weeping and cheering, and I'm assuming Benjamin, you look over to the barman and kind of give him a "come on, mate" type of look.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I mean, you continue. Do you let Thomas continue play with you, or are you taking over the show completely?
No, I will. As we finished and sort of the round of applause kind of signifies my victory, I'll give a big I'll stop and I'll sort of take the applause. Are there any like sconces with lights in open flame?
Yeah. There's a sort of dotted around in like strategic places for the inn, so like it's kind of like not one corner is shadowed, and everyone can see everyone basically.
As a sort of round off the performance, I'll just like, I don't know, riff up the neck or something, and then come to a, I don't know, I'll do a big Pete Townsend finish.
Nice.
And as I do that, I'm gonna cast pyrotechnics and
Okay.
cast fireworks out of this open flame to sort of shoot across the stage.
I'm going to say that your performance was that good. You rolled a natural 20 on the last one. It's not just the one in front of the stage. Somehow you've never done it before, but it's all of them around the walls. They all just start getting mini fireworks, sort of like all crackling and you can see them all coming, all different colours as well. Everyone's hooping and cheering, and then Jag just kind of puts the Novidin back on his back, shakes, and I would again, it's almost like the whole shake of the hand and a thank you to Thomas. Thomas takes back over and just as you're walking away, kind of goes, don't mind joining in if you need to again, and looks very nervous now from that performance. But yeah, the barman is like, all right, Henry, it is. Lifts up the bowler hat, kind of slides it to you.
Where's my bloody drink?
Oh yeah.
Does it come? Does it come with drinks?
It
Or
does
is-
come with drinks.
Right. I'll pass everyone's drinks. I'm going to pass the gold to Jag.
So yeah, you receive 20 gold.
There you go, fella. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa, that
Very
felt good.
cool.
That felt good. Right, we'll just stick that straight behind the bar then, shall we? Oh, should we get some rooms first? We'll pay for the rooms first.
Well, yeah, we've got some spare rooms. How many do you want?
How much are
Depends what kind of room you want. Anything from sort of like 5 silver right up to sort of like gold, really.
We'll take. Do we want to stick together, or do we all just want a little note?
Oh, we want to separate a little bit. Me and Big Man are snuggle up.
Yeah.
I think a lady deserves her space. So does a dwarf.
Yeah.
4 rooms then.
Sure.
4 rooms? Yeah.
We'll get 5.
5?
We'll get 5 of your best rooms, mate.
Oh,
I'll tell you
one will go to waste. I'm snuggling with the big man.
All right, 4 rooms then. The best that you've got available. And I tell you what, we'll just put this 20 gold straight behind the bar. We're definitely going to drink that plus some more, I reckon. But if you make those rooms part of the deal, I'll get back on stage when you want, and I'll keep them coming in.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
I've still got no
What?
enhanced ability of drops. No, pyrotechnics isn't concentration, so I'd have.
Yeah,
Give you guidance anyway.
how long does enhanced ability go up for?
An hour.
Fucking hell. Okay, yes, it's still up.
Yeah, and I'll give you guidance as well.
Plus a D4. I'm on 23 plus
Yeah, it doesn't
4
matter.
for 27.
It doesn't matter. I've got the same rolls as you guys tonight. I rolled a 10 plus 6. Jesus Christ. So 27. Oh, I don't know. Win some, you lose some. All right then. They're chucked in. You get back on in about an hour when the proper crowd starts coming in.
Yeah.
Right, you
Nice.
look, grab a table. I just need to talk to this barman for a second.
Okay.
Oh, big man, stay here.
Oh, okay.
I'm already sitting at a table waiting for my bloody beer.
Right,
I'll be there for about 10 minutes.
I'll
I'll
take the beers over.
Yeah, I'll ferry everyone's beers over. We'll fill the table with beers. And
Yeah.
pop back to the bar.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah. You couldn't do us a favour, mate. I don't suppose you know where there's a temple around here for this. Oi, big man, show us your
Oh,
show us your chain.
the temple of
I don't know
Selene.
much about this stuff.
The
Do
temple
you
of
know where we
Selene.
go for this lot?
Oh, yeah. So that is in the inner city. Bear with me, just whilst I change maps for myself. And get my note. I need to start doing this with a more organised fashion, don't I? Fuck it. What's the point? Let's be unorganised.
It's the chaos that we like.
Sometimes as a DM, you just need to go fuck it, we ball, and just make
Yeah.
it up as you go.
So it's quite near to the central of the sea, near the university, basically. But yeah, you want to fucking hell.
You can just say he shows you where to go or tells you where
No, I don't want to do that, James.
to
Yeah, James. Stop picking
Yeah,
on him.
it's to the west. It's to the west of the university, sort of like just on the centre of the sea. You should find it.
Remember, Fiddy, James is banned from DMing.
Yeah, taking DMing advice from James.
Right, perfect. Cheers for the info. I think that's all I needed to
Just a
know.
check.
The other version would have been, yeah, it's just here.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go back to the table. Is it? The bar's pretty busy, right?
Yeah. So it was busy when you got here, but there's room to move in it. It's not like it's not like it's like a Christmas Eve type bar where you're shoulder to shoulder and that. But it is fairly busy, and you're probably, I don't know, halfway into the city by now.
Okay.
So it's you know it's not going to be one of like the most like poshest bars, but it looks like this is the bar to go to for most people.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I was just going to sort of do a quick scan of the room. Is there anybody taking excessive interest in us?
Yeah, make a perception check for us.
Because that's gone really well tonight. Ah, 20.
It's fairly busy, but no, it doesn't seem like there's anyone taking particular exception to you walking in and doing what you've done. It seems
Okay.
like
Yeah,
it is like the halfway bit of coming into the city. Some people sometimes come in and make an entrance. Some people come in and just sit in the corner.
Right.
It's just one of those bars where it's more welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to check because having travelled with Benjamin for so long and Grom, not quite as long with Grom, but even so, I understand that sometimes these two can have enemies, so to speak. So I just want to check that nobody's taken an excessive interest in Grom or Benjamin. Not really worried about me, it's those two.
Those two, yeah.
Or
No,
actually,
completely
either of
fine.
my new friends as well.
No,
'Cause-
not obviously they have with Jag, but for the right reasons.
Yeah.
He's just got up on stage and used this weird new instrument in front of him and essentially
Redded
rocked
it.
their socks
Yeah.
off. Yes.
Totally annihilated the poor bard from his day job.
Again, there's all types of races and creatures in here. No one seems particularly too interested. The only thing I suppose you would notice on looking at stuff like that is nothing to do with the outside of your group, but just how sheepish and kind of a little bit twitchy. I think Gazella would be looking right now, not knowing that she hasn't got a lot of memory about much and is in a very busy place full of a lot of different people.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just kind of like that, like
Okay, well,
timid.
noticing that, I will go and sit next to her. Hi.
I don't really remember, but I don't think I've ever been in a tavern before.
They're quite noisy,
Yeah.
but generally, what happens is Grom gets drunk, doesn't, and I just look across at Grom, doesn't start a fight, which then he finishes. But it might be different today, because nobody seems to be, annoying him yet. But
I think I was annoying him earlier. I was clapping along to
yeah,
Jag.
that's fine.
So
That sort of annoyance is fine. But if you just stick with us, everything will be cool. We'll look after you. Benjamin will look after us. He's very good at that. As is Grom, to be fair. In a different way.
I might stick close to you for a bit.
That's cool. I'm quite comfy. You can lean on me. It's good. So
Okay.
Benjamin does it all the time.
I'll lean a little bit on Aramin and just listen to the music.
Yeah.
What we're saying here is Benjamin's a furry. Basically.
Wasn't actually going for that, but yeah, all right, whatever.
Benjamin likes animals more than he likes people, and he's found one that he can talk to. So
Yeah. I'm just like a really big dog that can talk. But
Yeah, no, that. I mean,
I'll just sort of sit back and just relax. Watch all the people.
it's not like it is like a main party event night, but with the explosive shredding of Jag
It is now.
getting up on stage, yeah, it's kind of turned into that bit livelier, and everyone gets the feeling. Grom, you've been here before, so you know it, but it is that kind of inn where they know the city's quite of magical influence and religious influence with the temples and the university here and everything like that. The more in to the center you go, the inns are going to be posher, more expensive, and full of like the magic types. These people, it's like one of those you proper like spit and sawdust pub basically, where you can walk in and they welcome everyone, whether you're magical, non-magical, and it's quite a relaxed atmosphere here.
Okay. I will just sort of sit back and make sure that Gisela is comfortable, leaning up against me, and just sort of watch all the people and keep an eye on my boys.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely easy enough to do. Everyone's quite respectful of people's boundaries. They a lot of you see people taking a wider sort of like step around where Grom sat, knowing that not every dwarf, but some dwarves are known to just, if they're drinking, stay out of their way type thing. And so far, so good.
Yeah, the only real problem will happen is if another dwarf turns up. That could go either way.
See where the night leads. But yeah, it's quite relaxed. Within sort of like the hour or so, Jag, the barman just kind of influences you to get back up there with Thomas, and just nothing too heavy like before, but just to have that sort of duet going on and a few bits here. And between the two of you sort something out what you can play, and the other one's rhythm to the other one's melody, so it works out absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'll give him words of encouragement, like not in any condescending kind of way, but just genuine, like telling me he's played a good set and let's take this up a notch and give him a good show and whatnot.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that goes on, and you're probably looking within that. It's now sort of like the 11:30 mark. Hitting the night, you got in there at about sort of like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Been drinking for sort of like a good couple of hours. You've been playing for like a half an hour. Coming up to 12 o'clock, you kind of see Thomas kind of slowing the mood down a bit, which you quickly adapt to, and he kind of gives you a nod to say sort of like midnight, sort of like the cut-off time for tonight, just to like slowly lull people into falling sleepy and in going back home basically.
Yeah, cool.
Making quick notes so I don't forget shit.
Fair.
Yes. So that happens. Is there anything particular you guys want to talk about around the table? Whilst you've got like this quite nice, relaxed music going on, or are you all pretty set and good?
I think we're pretty good.
I'm going to bed. I've had enough of this bloody noise.
Okay.
Oh,
Easy
sleep well, mate. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. You look after her. We'll see you in the morning. You two in the morning.
Night, Betsy.
And I'll just stomp up the stairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Looking for keys and stuff from the
Yeah,
bar.
when Jag won the rooms as such, there was 4 keys handed over to you, and I take it if you're going to follow suit, you all walk into rooms. They're all double beds. They're paying the higher price for it. They're not great, but they're kept well. Kind of like old linen and bits like that, but it's clean. And you've kind of like got a wash basin in each room. Most of them have got windows with them. I think the only one what doesn't would be Gazella's room, because he's just sort of like right on the end of the inn. But yeah, they look like comfy enough beds.
Cool.
Place
I'll
to
have
sleep, really.
definitely tried to find someone in the bar to join me in my room.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Groupie.
let's. I'm gonna have to make up a role for this, aren't I? Because it can't just be a.
That's got to be a persuasion check, hasn't it?
Oh, well, that sounds a bit creepy.
Performance
doesn't it?
persuasion.
Yeah,
Persuasion check to come to bed with me.
just a general charisma check.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
It's
make it a general charisma check for sure. Yeah, and just see if there's. Let's
Oh, that just bounced off on that 20. 13 total.
Oh, unfortunately not. Everyone has kind of seen their fare for tonight anyway. Their fair share of performers coming in and giving the goods on the first night, but maybe not necessarily on the second performance. So they thank you for the music.
Fair enough.
They buy you a sort of like a couple of people buy you sort of like a nightcap and say like nice job and everything. But no one's accepting any
Okay.
bedtimes tonight.
Oh, sad
Oh.
times.
I'll take the loss gracefully.
So yeah, you all get to bed, some with people and some without people who wanted someone. Very comfy beds. Benjamin, you've snuggled up many a times with Aramin, and you both fall asleep quite quickly. It's easy enough for all of you and all been out on the road to fall asleep in a situation like this. You're paying for the safety basically of the inn, so you don't have to sort of like keep one eye open. Yeah, you all fall asleep, and that is where we will end it for tonight.
Look at
Yay.
1 minute to 10 as well. Look at
Ah,
that time.
Timing. Superb. Oh, that was great. Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah.
Thanks all.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Finny.
Well, you're in now the big city of Orium,
Mm.
with a few bits of new information.
Does that mean we level up?
Unfortunately not.
Ah.
Not just yet.
Ah,
Worth a try.
After my performance tonight,
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, come on. Free rooms, free beer.
Yeah, I can't give you a free level up though, can I?
Ah!
It would be perfect. That it would happen if we were leveling up to level 3. But
What for certain people? Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
3 rooms, free beer, 3 levels.
So we. Oh wow! So we're now level 7. Nice.
Wow, God, really?
We got 3 levels. That's cool.
I better
I'm
adjust my
fine.
encounters.
Flies when you're having fun.
So yeah, we'll pick it up there next time,
Indeed.
people.
Awesome.
awesome.
And well,
Good
we'll have to
job.
see what happens in the city of Orium.
Indeed, we will. Yeah, we will, of course, be back here on Tuesday for the next exciting episode of The Elusive Tide, where Jade takes us through the underground base
This
of
time
bad.
to all be ascendant like I have been.
Oh crap, we're all gonna die.
Easy underground death trap.
But yeah, we will be back here, of course, on Tuesday for that, and we will be back here next Sunday for episode 3 of Monasteries and Mayhem. So yeah, have a brilliant day and a fantastic couple of days. We'll see you Tuesday. Bye.